So hey guys, welcome to my sketchbook tour. Okay, so first off, woohoo! I want to start with these two because they're my favorite pieces. So on the left hand side we have something called Monster Fox, and this was a piece that I was working on I think about a year ago or two, and I just started coloring it in I think last month or so, but I never finished coloring it in. I just left it like that because I like the look, but I wanted to enhance my colors, I guess, before I ever continued with it, and that's why you see it's unfinished. It's half done and half not done. It's not even half done really, it's just a little bit of color here and there, and everything else is just not colored. But I like it that way, so I don't know if I'm going to continue or just leave it like that, but I like the way it looks just like that. And then the next one is a character that I was working on for a short story, like a short graphic novel kind of halfway. I don't know how to say it, but that's what I was going to try to work on. And I was crafting this character and another character. You guys will see them later on as I scroll. It was supposed to be this really starry moon type like feel for this story, and I never really got a chance to finish it. I just made the initial characters, like the first 3 characters, and I dropped it because I realized I won't be able to stick or like commit to it, so I just did the initial characters I wanted to draw and then I just dropped it. Maybe I might go back to finishing them. This is all just a maybe, but I'm not sure. But gosh, I really like the way that she turned out. 100%. So next up is a sketch that I did just a few days ago. This is like a new sketch. Don't roast me. But yeah, so this is a sketch that I did a few days ago, and I was trying to get used to, because I'm still not comfortable with it, I'm trying to get used to drawing straight up on the tablet rather than drawing on paper and then taking a picture and then putting it on the tablet and then inking it in the tablet. Like, no. I just want to straight up start doing everything on the tablet so I don't have to waste time doing that. So I was using reference photos, and there's some things I did right and some things I didn't do right, but by the time I'm done with this, it's going to look amazing, trust me. So next one is this really detailed coloring page that I did. How long ago was this? Because it was really detailed and I was working on other projects at the same time. But let me just zoom in a little bit, and as you guys can see, I have details all over this area, like the flowers. Within the flowers there's detail, within the trees there's details, so that everything could be colored in, because it is a digital coloring page. So the way that I have this set up, you can zoom in and then zoom in and then zoom in. I make sure it's a vector, by the way, so you can just keep on zooming in and color within different elements that have different elements within them, because that's how it is. That's how I set it up. So I would have the tree and the leaves, and inside the leaves more designs. So I have designs within designs within designs in this thing. And yeah, so that's how I set it up. I want it to be really detailed and intricate, and I don't think I'm going to make any more pieces like this, maybe in the future, but this took so long and I didn't even color it fully. I started coloring it I think a few weeks ago in Adobe Sketchbook. I might put it up here, but it's not like the color that I really wanted. I was just like putting whatever together for promo, but it's not really like the true color I wanted. But yeah, I really like it. This is a piece that I really loved. Really still love, by the way. And I also have this available for download. Alright, so next up. Okay, so this page is like my mess up page. I didn't want the sketchbook to just be like beautiful everything and nothing ugly, because I do struggle, especially digitally. So the piece on the left was when I first started, I think, using the Autodesk Sketchbook and Adobe Draw on my phone. Yeah, so when I wasn't that comfortable with it, this piece came about, and she's just really deformed, as you guys can see. Like the proportions, the sizes, everything's off. But I'm probably going to redo this one. Oh my goodness, this one I did in Autodesk Sketchbook. Don't even ask me. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I went wrong with this piece. I was just using the smudge tool, trying to get used to it, and I just abandoned this project. I was just like, yeah, this is not getting anywhere. Just abandon it. That happened. Next page. If you guys did not know, I do my best work in Adobe Photoshop. So definitely the piece on the left was made in Adobe Photoshop, and I really like this piece. I called her Empress Rhea. She looks gorgeous. I really love it. And I like the way that I did the little nose ring on her and all kind of stuff. I like that. Okay, so in the piece on the left, oops, I said left already. The piece on the right is what I did in a program called, what is it called? Adobe Draw. As you guys can see, I only use 3 main programs. So I did that one in Adobe Draw. And the concept, it was a concept art. So let me just zoom in. So it's this girl who's like lost in a forest, and she can't tell who's her enemies and who are her friends, or who are the monsters and who are the good ones. And this, spoiler alert, everybody's evil, everyone's a monster. So that's what's indicated by her running away in this little like river like town or river forest looking thing. She's running, and no matter where she runs to, there's really nowhere to run, because as you guys can see, like there's nails, the nails coming out of like the hand holding the ground is basically trying to tell you like it's in the power of like the monsters. Basically, no matter where she runs to, it's just monsters everywhere. So that's basically what this insinuates. Like you can't run from it, you have to face it. That was the concept behind this piece. I think that it looks pretty good. I was proud of this one. I like it. I liked it. Still like it. Alright, so next. So this one. Okay, so this one I did, the one on the left, in Photoshop, of course. I always do my best work in Photoshop. And it was just to basically illustrate my life. Yeah, basically wake up, stay in bed, stay home. That's pretty much it. Like, stay home, work from home, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's it. That's it. Okay, cool. The one on the right I did in Adobe Draw, and I really like it. So this time I was like doodling a lot. There's this little piece of art, this moon with really nice leafy swirls and flowers all over it, and stars. Yeah, so I repurposed this design and I sold it as well. So, or licensed it. I licensed this art. All right, so next page. Next page we have my Little Mermaid. Look at how gorgeous. Well, this is the clean version, the stage version. And I did this for a digital coloring book that I was working on, which is just Editing Love Yourself. A lovely coloring book all about self-positivity and self-love. And yeah, I really love this piece. And by the time I did this, I was really comfortable with using Adobe Draw. So the next piece I did in Photoshop because I'm so comfortable with Photoshop. So I was experimenting with pinks and purples since I use them a lot. And I was also experimenting with how to do the hair, which is why it looks this way, like a digital, I can't even explain it, how to explain this, but it looks really gradient, shiny, electric, I don't know. Kind of like that neon, kind of. Like a neonish pink, neonish is not even a word. But, and I love the way that I did the eyes and the lips, and also little jewelry on her nose. Like, I love the way that I did that because it was an experimental style. I never did this before. I just wanted to see how it would end up. If you guys ever want a video on how I blend stuff, let me know. Okay, so next step. These two babies, which I truly love as well. So these two babies I did in Adobe Sketchbook. So by this time I was getting the hang of it. I'm not gonna say I was super experienced, but I was getting the hang of it. And this piece on the left, I was really shocked. I was like, ooh, so I could do that. So I didn't know I could do something like that. I was just experimenting with the different brushes that I could find to make the hair and everything in Adobe Sketchbook. And it turned out to be pretty good. I like it. The way that the strokes of the brushes and whatnot, I still, some of them is a little bit off, but I liked how the accidents turned into something that I actually looks good to me. So I enjoyed how it turned out, and it just ended up really nice. Okay, so in this next one, I just want a character, a girl, and behind her is like her mirror and all that stuff. I'm not a strong artist when it comes to backgrounds. How do I say this? Okay, so most of my life I mainly focus on drawing characters rather than backgrounds, and that is why I'm trying my best to just focus on drawing a lot of backgrounds along with my characters instead of just drawing the character and having a white background and just having a dash of color here and there. I wanted to work a lot of my coloring and a lot on creating backgrounds and poses for characters. The next page. Ooh, okay, so remember Inktober? This piece I did for Inktober, and it's just a girl's head popping out of a heart shape with intricate swirls and almost like a pumpkin heart head girl. She looks wicked. I like that. But yeah, that's what I did for that piece. That was fun. And then on the next piece was a jellyfish. I wanted to put headphones on her ear, but then she already has a jellyfish type like hoodie. So what I wanted to do is a jellyfish girl, as if like the top of that was a hoodie and then the rest of her was just jellyfish. I put a lot of light in this one, and yes, I used Photoshop for this one, but honestly I might recolor it because I used a whole lot of light in this and I think I could do better, no lie. Okay, so next one, let's see. So this piece was a piece that I did in Adobe Sketchbook, but I finished up the color in Photoshop. But anyways, I called her Sip Sip Girl. So sip sip that soda, because that's what she's doing. It was like a really fun, lighthearted kind of piece that I was doing. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it as much. And then I just posted it. It went kind of viral on Pinterest. I got a lot of views and comments, and a lot of people just wanted to buy a printed version of this. And I was just like, oh, okay. I didn't know why people liked it. And then I went in Photoshop and I cleaned it up a little bit more, like just the colors, giving it softer colors. And then I liked it a lot better, and I sold that version. So yeah, definitely like this piece better after cleaning it up a little bit. Ooh, okay, so, and right next to it is an unfinished piece, but I worked so hard on that piece, and I'm still working so hard on that piece. So I know you guys are looking at it and it's just lines right now. It's just like some line art of a girl flying or something like that, and then you see fish around her, but it's so much more than that. By the time I'm done, it's going to look epic. I'm not gonna promise, but it's going to look epic as I can make it, because I worked so hard on this piece. It is not yet done, but this is the only version I can show because I don't want to spoil what I'm doing in Photoshop. Yes, I did this in Photoshop because, don't get me wrong, the line art is in Adobe Draw, but I did this whole thing in Photoshop. The whole coloring process and even adding extra elements behind her, I did all that in Photoshop, and let me tell you, that was hard work, and whew, I worked hard on this one, and I hope you guys enjoy it by the time I post it. Okay, so next, this one I also did in Autodesk Sketchbook. So I saw this little effect in this comic that I was reading. I forgot the name, and I'm too lazy to look it up, but yeah, I saw this little psychedelic kind of effect that this person did. It looks so cool. So I went ahead and I did the same using Photoshop, where it's kind of blurred. Like, she's kind of doubled, but she's not doubled. Oh my goodness, I'm so slow. I meant like a glitch effect. I like having like a little bit of a glitch effect to this. So that's what I did for this piece. A little bit of a glitch effect. I chose that color, and then I thought it went pretty well together. And then the next page, so I went on Photoshop and I started doing different hair things with like different brushes, and I liked the results. It's not the best piece, but I like that I was freely trying different brushes, especially from different artists, kind of. But honestly, you can also make your own, and that I recommend that you learn how to make your own. Too much. Next page. Ooh, I might or might not show this. So this part might or might not be cut out from this video, but I might include it. This is not my art, by the way. This is not mine. For example, let me just show you guys. This is the original sketch, and I'm going to put the artist who made this art right here. So the point of this exercise, by the way, was just coloring. The reason I did not use my own art piece is because I know that I'm really strict with my own art. So I will be really, I guess, picky about it. So as I start to color, I'll probably be like, oh, this piece is off. And I start erasing and redrawing different portions. And that is why I chose not to do any piece that was my own and try to color that in. Because I'm not going to focus on coloring. I'm going to focus on perfecting it, which I don't want to do. For this one, I just want to focus on coloring. So that's the backstory before you guys try to jump on my throat, okay? And for this piece, I really liked it, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to focus on coloring because I'm still trying to enhance my coloring skills. And I was trying to find different techniques to make my colors a whole lot better, which is why on this page you can see that I included what layers I kind of used to make this color. And I also included on the other page before and after. So before, you guys can see it looks really dull and just that's not what I really want. And then after, the colors are more harmonized, they look better in my opinion. It looks like what I really wanted it to look like in the second version. Alright, so next up, next page, scroll. Okay, so this one on the left that I did was a painting of a sky. Why did I do a painting of a sky? I will tell you why. For a product review. So I'm reviewing a product and the video will be up soon. I'll say which product it is. But yeah, I'm reviewing a product and I used Infinite Painter for this one, which I'm not going to use again. But it was really nice painting with Infinite Painter, but I don't want to pay for it yet. Well, it works really well. I like the painting of the sky that I did. You guys can see like the pinkish hues and blue hues. It's just simple, it's basic. Anyone could do this. Anyways, I want to do an evil unicorn girl. So this is a character that I was kind of brainstorming because I'm trying to make characters that stand out. I'm trying to like practice on making characters because I am making another comic. And I just want to make my characters to be able to stand out in a silhouette. I remember I watched a video from Bam. I think Bam. I will link their YouTube channel. Video on character design and how to make your character stand out from a silhouette. And that's why I was like, okay, so I want to test this with this character. And I was using Adobe Fresco for this one. Yes, you guys. I used Adobe Fresco. And I spent over 7 hours downloading on super slow Wi-Fi. I'm sticking with this character design. I'm just changing the colors because the colors that I initially used were just not it. Okay, so next is a doodle on this left hand side. So actually both of them are doodles. But yeah, so on the left hand side is a doodle that I was just doing while I was relaxing my wrist. So because I do have issues with my wrist, I always try to warm up and exercise my wrist before I start doing full out illustrations. So I was warming up with this little piece on the side and it turned out into this really pretty thing. And I used Adobe Draw for that one. And yeah, I really liked it. I was like, I'm gonna draw a random swirly doodle. And it ended up really cute. I like it. And okay, so on the right hand side, still Adobe Draw, I did a whole bunch of fish, but not just fish, decorative fish, lol. So yeah, I was just drawing fish because I was like, why not? Different types of fish and doodling within the fish. We have dots over here, we have fins and hearts over here, we have swirly, and yeah. Next page. Okay, so next page we have two of the same pieces, same artwork, just interpreted a little bit differently. Okay, so the first piece is just the line art that I did in Adobe Draw. I made it really thin with lines and I like how it turned out, so I just placed it here. And on the other side is the colored version. I really like how that turned out as well. I'm actually practicing overlaying colors on top of each other using opacity. I was trying to see if I could blend colors together by using the lowest or like faded out version. So using opacity to blend colors, that's what I was using. And it turned out pretty nice. I like how I did the lips, kind of. Yeah, I do. I like how I did the lips and ooh, the eyes. I love how I did the eyes. And yeah, the colors just blend really nicely, so I really like it. Okay, so next page. So this page on the left, I am speechless. So it was me basically practicing poses. I'm still practicing poses every single day. Not every single day, but when I can. This one was kind of a fail. I'm getting better at it, but on paper it would probably look a whole lot different because it's just the resistance is way more comfortable for me. But you know what, this did the job. I think this is as close to it as I could possibly have gotten at that time, and I'm proud of myself. Why not? Okay, so on the right hand side, this was just me literally sketching different eyes. I just put a head and then eyes just so I could tell these are eyes. So yeah, I was sketching different eyes because I'm trying to find out, I want to have a certain style for the type of eyes that I do. Okay, so next page. The next page is Two Peas in the Pod. Same thing as, I think, the page before last. So I did it on Adobe Fresco. And on the left hand side, I have this cute little floral leafy thing. And ooh, I did this thing right from my tablet. I found a little technique while using Adobe Fresco. Instead of like going in for like straight line art, if I actually kind of paint the shape in and then draw it on that, I don't know. If I do it that way, it's way more comfortable doing it digitally. Since I'm still working on like colors, I've had this piece that I borrowed some colors from, and it didn't work out fully that way. So I realized, especially with this piece, when something doesn't work out, I add in a lot of light and a lot of lights and more color dodge and like different things to distract from the colors. So I put it right there because I'm going to rework the color because I'm a lot better at it now than I was then. I covered things up with lights or color dodge and stuff, and I just need to work better on how I view color than trying to cover it up with different stuff, or rather address the mistake, get better instead of trying to cover it up. Okay, so great. That's my tip to myself. Okay, so next page. Ooh, gorgeous. What is this page? NCT 127. There is Taeyong. I don't know, he's my bias kind of. I wanted to give him like a little semi-gothic look with skulls and like flowers around him, and he was all like tatted up. I don't know, I like the piece. I thought it was like pretty cool. He looks like he got beat up. So the next one is this doodle. It's literally a doodle because why not? I think I had Spotify on, and the next song that played was, you know, Justin Bieber's "You Like That Yum Yum That Yum." I don't know how to sing, but yeah, it was that song played, and then I just wrote "yummy" on top of it. Oh dear God, I wrote "yummy," and then by the time I realized that I wrote instead of draw, and I was like, wait, why is this here? But it looked cute, so I was like, you know what? I like how it looks. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So now it is a doodle that is yummy. A yummy doodle. It's so dumb. Okay, so next page. Alright. This one's kind of a disaster on the left. And also kind of on the right. But mostly on the left. So it ended up being, I don't know. It's not even cute. But I wanted to add my mistakes onto this tour so that you guys just don't think all artists have like these awesome finished pieces. Maybe in my next sketchbook, I might just do awesome finished pieces, but I wanted to include like the worst mistakes. That sucks. Okay, so how about the one on the right? So the one on the right is just so... I love, again, blues and pinks, purples. I love that. But anyways, I love how I did the eye. I don't know, I just love how I did the eye for her. So I included it. And yeah, I don't know why did I do this piece really? I don't know. I just did her and then I put this funny big huge snake behind her. I don't know. Don't ask me. No. Alright, so next page. More mess ups. So the one on left hand side was me practicing different lips and how I wanted them to look. I like the look of having like a big bottom lip and either an even top lip or a smaller top lip. But I always like the big bottom lip type like look. This photo, I tried to recreate this image of this girl wearing these super cool high-tech glasses. And I had a color palette at the top. I just gave up. Better luck next time. Okay, so next. Ooh! These two beautiful pieces were done in Adobe Photoshop. I enjoyed making this. So again, this is for like the same one that you guys saw in the kind of the beginning, for a little graphic novel, mostly text story that I was making. And yeah, it was supposed to have this really nice story feel to it and all that stuff, but it never ever got realized. And this character was Cans, and this character was Anna, but this just didn't work. Anna though was between this character and the one all the way in the front, so I didn't know which one to pick, if she's going to be Anna or the other one. But yeah, they're both Anna, but I didn't know which one, like the look that I wanted to go for that character. So I tried two different looks, this one and the other one. In the long run, we'll see. I like how the other one looks the most, but I also like how I did the hair for that one and like the setup. So I don't know, it might be a mix of the character. But anyways, I really love how these two pieces came out. Just zoom in. Oh my goodness, this look is like so cutesy. That's why I really love this piece. And then this piece is like, you guys can see like the little cut that she has right below her eye, that kind of stuff, and the little hearts on the eye. And yeah, I just love how I did the characters for these two, but it never happened. It was just, I did the initial characters and that was just it. I was just like, yeah, I have too much on my plate, can't do this one. Maybe one day. So next page. Oh, same thing. So this is me going back to the initial design of that character, and I'm just going to finish up this one. So this version of her, which I think is just, it's wonderful. Okay, I just like the way that this looks. So I'm going to compare this character that I'm going to do and the other one. So I'm going to do two versions, the updated version that you saw all the way in the beginning, and this one, the original version. So we'll see how that is. And this is a character that I was working on to like stylize in like a different thing. I just love the softness of like the color that I included, and I was trying a different technique for the skin and whatnot. So yeah, in Adobe Sketchbook, I was going to you know the little parts that are just blue, make it match with her skin and whatnot, and that's what I was trying to do. I was starting to do it, but then I didn't finish it yet. And her hair just matches. Yeah, so almost done. I'm going to go back to this, finish it up, make it look super nice, neat, and cute. So yeah, you guys might or might not see this somewhere online. Alright, so what's this one? So these two are kind of abandoned projects. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to this one, but yeah, I don't like the color of the one on the right. And the one on the left is, I had a concept for this, but it was abandoned, obviously. It just looks like this, and yeah, just a failed abandoned piece. So yeah, that happened. And then the one on the right is just the orange and the green and the blue. I don't like how that turned out. So this is the initial. I think I did that one in Adobe Draw, and then I brought it into Autodesk to color. And yeah, I did not finish, and it was abandoned for about a year. So that happened. Next up is just some abstract art. I just wanted to just try something abstract. That was it all of that. The one on the right, I love this one, and I did this one in Photoshop, of course. So my best looking pieces are always done in Photoshop. It was just me transforming dating apps into characters, cute little characters. It's basically trying to explain this app called Tinder. So it was trying to explain the false thing behind it. So like you think you matched up with someone or something like that. I think that's how it works. Yeah, so you match with someone, and then at the end it's like, psych, it's a lie, because it doesn't go any further or something like that. I hear so many stories, especially on Reddit, about people who tried these apps, right? And it just doesn't work out. They're left on red, or they don't get interaction, or the person is like a crazy stalker online. I don't know how people could use them. Like, are you guys not scared of like crazy or meeting up with crazy people? I don't know. Like, that's how it feels like with these apps. Like, maybe not, but who knows? That's how my mind is. And I like the glow that I used on the bodice. Yeah. And yeah, I just love the colors. I love the glow. I need to get rid of being so comfortable in just Photoshop. So next page, I love the outline, like the way that I did the eye and the hair and everything, but the lips are no, and the inside of the eyes, like the iris and everything, the cornea, whatever this is the whole eyeball It's a no. It's a no. It's a no for me, sis. Alright, so the one on the right is a flower girl. And she looks gorgeous. And I did this one in Adobe Sketchbook. Next, back in 2018. Throwback to 2018. I did this on a Huon 420. I remember I did this and I reviewed, and if you guys saw this blog post, you probably saw this picture already. I also have prints of this available on my shop. But yeah, so that's how it ended up looking, and I love how the finished version looks. It's just like, it's so wow. Next page. Okay, so on the right side, let's zoom in. So this was like a couple's kind of tattoo kind of thing that I did. It has like a floral dahlia at the top and a couple's name that says MC. And the bottom is like this cute little flower. I just think that it looks gorgeous, and I included it in this piece of art because I like the overall look. So that's why I included it in this video. Like, look at the detail with like the strings holding everything together and the dahlia at the top leading to this beauty. So yeah, I really liked the look of how that tattoo went. And on this next page is this beautiful little empress, and don't worry, she's submerged in water, so nothing's showing, just like almost like the top chest. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing slipping through, but it's just this girl emerging kind of from water. Her bottom half is still submerged in water. But yeah, it was this little thing that I was trying, since I never really draw characters underneath like water or in different scenes besides just being dry on land. I wanted to try something different, and that's how that came about. And I just think that it looks so gorgeous, and I've gotten many compliments specifically on this piece, even though I don't think it's my best work, but hey, I'll take it. I just like the harmony of the colors that I used. I just think she's glowing overall, and I just love how it was done. And by the way, I did this in Photoshop, both of them. And yes, I always do my best work in Photoshop. And the tablet that I use now for anything that I do on the computer is an XP pen G640. So yeah, my XP pen G640, and I'll do a review on it. And as you guys can see, it works very well. For this piece though, did I use the XP pen G640? I'm not sure if I used the XP pen or if I used the Huon for this piece, but they both do a very nice job. Next up, so for the piece on the left, and at this point we're pretty much done, but for the piece on the left, it was when I was trying to stick to one art style, and I tried to force myself to say, hey, I'm going to just do my comic in this style. By the way, this is for a comic that I pretty much put on hiatus indefinitely. Not indefinitely, I'm just kidding. But I put it on hiatus for until further notice because I'm working on different things right now. But yeah, piece on the right is actually something that I just worked on. This is the look that I pretty much gave it temporarily. And I basically, in that video, I'm showing you guys how I digitally color really quickly in Photoshop to bring out the nice colors that you see and the things like that. Like how my method, my process. So yeah, by the time I'm done with this, it's going to look pretty cute. Ooh, and I like the thing that I did, the little highlight that I did on her eyes, the eyeshadow. So yeah, that's how that looks. And next page is pretty much nothing. That's pretty much it. That's all I've been working on lately. But thanks you guys for sticking with me and kicking with me in this video. And I will hopefully see you guys next time. Bye!